Rolling, 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 rolling.
He's not in Washington, D.C. Where are you, Roland?
Still in Austin, leaving today. I had a great time here at the National Charter School Conference and trying to help more African Americans launch charter schools and actually build out Black-run charter networks all about educating our kids. So had a great last couple of days. Astronaut Bernard Harris spoke yesterday, Tom.
Nice.
So he talked about his national math initiative. So looking forward to that. Hey, on Saturday, Poor People's Campaign have a huge rally at the U.S. Capitol beginning at 10 a.m. I'm going to be one of the MCs for that rally, so look forward to being with Reverend William Barber and others. And again, U.S. Capitol, if you're in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area or anywhere near that, folks, come out. U.S. Capitol, 10 a.m. on Saturday. Speaking about the Poor People's Campaign and obviously what's happening in Texas over these immigrant children. Let's talk about that. Yesterday, Congressman Elijah Cummings gave an impassioned speech during a congressional hearing about this issue, and tears began to flow as he described how treacherous this nation is becoming as a result of what is happening in Texas. Here's some of what he had to say.
Even if you believe immigration should be halted entirely, we all should be able to agree that in the United States of America, we will not intentionally separate children from their parents. We will not do that. We are better than that. We are so much better.
Joining us right now, Congressman Cedric Richmond. He is the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus and a member of the House Homeland Security Committee. Congressman, what Congressman Elijah Cummings had to say, you have the four living first ladies who have spoken out on this issue. Melania Trump, somewhat, but really Republican Laura Bush, Michelle Obama, as well as Rosalind Carter have spoken. And even Franklin Graham, who was giving cover to Donald Trump on everything, called this shameful as well. This is stunning to see what is happening by this administration.
It is. Roland, the frustrating part is, during this presidency, we keep saying America is better than this, but we keep lowering the bar, and our moral standards, our moral authority keeps going down the drain. And at some point, we really need everyone to come together and say, we just won't tolerate this. We are separating children, infants from their parents. We're putting them in basically big kennels. And in some cases, the parents are in a distance where they can hear the kids cry for them, but they can't see them or do anything about it. That's just torture. And you can't do it in the name of immigration. You can't do it in the name of national security. This is just sick. And what we need to do is make sure that we speak out about it. And the president can't keep creating problems. And you could go back to DACA and the Dreamers. He created this problem. He ended the DACA program and put 1.5 million Dreamers at risk. He created this fiasco by deciding that he would have a zero-tolerance policy for things that really amount to misdemeanors, and you're separating kids from their parents. And we are better than this, but the question is, when will those who supported Trump join with others to say we're not going to accept this, change the policy right now?
Well, now the Associated Press is reporting they're going to be opening a new facility for toddlers.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, there's nothing that this administration is doing that surprises me anymore. What surprises me is when good people say nothing about it. And remember, Dr. King's, one of his famous quotes is that sometimes silence becomes betrayal. And we are betraying our principles. We're betraying our morals by not joining together to fight this president. Look, Democrats and one or two Republicans have introduced legislation to stop this practice, to stop it right now. And I would call on Speaker Ryan and Leader McConnell to bring that legislation to the floor immediately so that we can deal with this.
But here's what is amazing. What is amazing is, first of all, you have Border Patrol folks who are, and I've never heard this, who are turning away members of Congress. I mean, look, if there's anybody who sort of has, carte blanche to go into federal facilities in America, it would be members of Congress. They are turning away senators and House Representative members, and they basically don't even want you guys to know what's going on. And as Congressman Cummings even said yesterday, Republicans have refused to issue any subpoenas. They won't hold any hearings. They are giving cover to everything that Donald Trump is doing. They are complicit in every action that he is taking.
You're absolutely right. And if you look at the president, he extends a hand of friendship to North Korea, and he separates families at home. And his motives or his pattern of conduct since he's been in the president is to divide this country. And so the two immigration bills that the Republicans will bring up this week don't fix the problem, and they take a shot at the diversity visa program, which is where people of African descent or Caribbean descent, this is how they come to this country. So they want to pit Africans against the Dreamers. And at some point, and I keep saying this, other people have to join with the Congressional Black Caucus, the Democratic Caucus, and others who are speaking out saying, we're not going to tolerate this any longer. And, it's getting to a point now where I think tempers are boiling over because we just can't accept this any longer.
Congressman,
we're the greatest. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for an interruption, but time is short. And yesterday we had Cheryl and Eiffel of the NAACP Legal Defense Fund on talking, and the effort to get, especially the Attorney General and the Secretary of Homeland Defense, in front of one of the committees and talking about doing it as quickly as possible. How likely is that to happen, or how difficult is that, making that happen?
Well, it takes the Republican chairman, and I'm on the Judiciary Committee and Homeland Security Committee, but
right.
It takes the chairman in order to call them before the committee. And these chairmen have given up all their authority, given up all their morals to President Trump. They won't do it. We've called on them to do it. We signed a letter yesterday, along with others, to ask them to bring them before the committee. They just won't do it. They're afraid of this president, and he takes advantage of it.
And so our calling and the offices and all of that, we should keep doing it, or are we just kind of at a standstill?
Well, absolutely, we should keep calling, and we should keep protesting and doing everything else we need. But the main thing we need to do is remember this when it comes to November 6th, because elections have consequences, and you can't govern if you can't win. And they need to pay a price for this and what they've been doing the last 2 years.
Sybil, you said it yesterday that the Republican congressional members are scared to say something because they don't want backlash from Donald Trump in this election year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
Congressman Richmond, always a pleasure. We appreciate it. Keep the fight up. Thanks a lot.
Keep up the fight, sir.
Thank you, Roland.
Absolutely.
Keep keeping the country informed. Thanks.
Thank you.